get this girl at the bar and grill. It snatched my heart like it was standing still. She looked just like an angel in that sexy dress. As we were dancing close, this guy walked in. I figured for sure he's gonna do me in, but he just looked at me and smiled and calmly said, you can have it, 'cause I don't want it. I ain't had a moment's peace since you walked in through my door. Brother, you can have her, I sure don't want her. Why, you just did me a great big favor, sir. I won't trouble you no more. Now before I knew that she was moving in, I thought I'd died and gone to heaven, hope it never would end. She said, you're just what I want, and I'm yours forevermore. I couldn't even imagine what she'd done to him while she was drop dead gorgeous with an angel's grin. Still those words they said that night came back to me. Said you can have her, 'cause I don't want her. I ain't had a moment's peace, but since you walked in through my door, brother, you can have her, 'cause I sure don't want her. Why, you just did me a great big favor, sir. I won't trouble you no more. Well, it didn't take long before the truth set in. Heard the skies of an angel hit the devil within, and it was painfully clear the hell I was heading for. 'Cause you didn't like this and you didn't like that. It was honey, do this and stop doing that. Now those words they said came a-haunting me once more. Said you can have her, 'cause I don't want her. I ain't had a moment's peace since you walked in through my door. Brother, you can have her, I sure don't want her. Why, you just did me a great big favor, sir. I won't trouble you no more. Now from that day on I started working late, and it was drinks with the guys to avoid my fate. It seemed her honey-do list was all I was living for. Then I walked in the bar, and to my surprise, she was there with some guy, and I realized that I was lucky to lose her as I hollered going out the door. Said, brother, you can have her, 'cause I don't want her. I ain't had a moment's peace since you walked in through my door. Yeah, you can have her, 'cause I don't want her. Why, you just did me a great big favor, sir. I won't trouble you no more. Yeah, that's what I told you. You can have her, 'cause I don't want her. I ain't had a moment's peace since you walked in through my door. Brother, you can have her, 'cause I sure don't want. Why you just did this great big service, sir. I won't trouble you no more. Bye-bye, baby.
Good stuff, Ken. Hey, what does your woman say to you when she wants you to make love to her?
Give it up and get her done.
No wonder you like saying get her done so much.
Hi, this is Sean Stabley from Drop Zines. You're listening to the Len Amsterdam Show, where music is sonically delicious.
Two outhouse cowboys are predicting my demise. My curiosity got the best of me, and I went to check out these amateur guitar pluckers' musical offerings. Problem is, when I loaded their material into the music player, it keeps spitting it out. What's up with that? Internet message boards can be a real source of entertainment and enlightenment. However, a majority of times they are filled with jealous, mean spirits. I used to take some of the comments directed my way quite personally, but one lesson I have learned is that nobody will ever point out that you are doing something right. You are nobody until somebody has a hate on for you. Besides, you have to be realistic. Not everybody is going to care for what you are doing. The fact that my show is now heard worldwide is an absolute dream come true for me. Negative feedback is like kryptonite, because it is a confirmation that the show is being heard. Len Amsterdam, broadcasting from Canada.
It's Len Amsterdam from Canada.
Hey Len, it's Shelley from Red River calling in to do an exclusive interview for the Len Amsterdam Show.
Very exclusive, I might add, Shell. Let's start this off with a big American cowgirl yee-haw.
I don't think so, Len.
Well, what's up with that? Are you giving me attitude?
Well, you've done that routine on the show before, and you know, frankly, the Red River Wolf would make for a better effect.
Well, I don't know about that. I've seen the Red River Wolf, and the name sounds ferocious, but it's only a little dog. Oh well. Go ahead, Josie. Wow, that's impressive. How did he get that dog to talk?
I think it's that fresh country air.
Now, Red River is a duo, and the other half of the duo is David. Shelley, can you talk a little bit about this main collaborator of yours?
Well, we're married, which is great for getting together to work on music because we're both here. David's written songs all his life. I'm kind of a novice, but I do okay sometimes.
Who's the leader of the band?
Well, I'll tell you, Len, one half of the team has the talent and the other half does radio interviews, so I guess I'll leave that to you to figure out which one is which. I write some decent songs sometimes, and I go in and I lay down my vocal tracks, and then David takes over and he does all the hard work. He plays all the instruments, because I'm really a bad guitar player. He does all the arrangements and the mixing. So I never know how a song's going to turn out, but boy, I think they've all turned out great.
Who is your major musical influence?
Actually, my major influence was my best friend. She was in a band with her brother and some other people, and she was great, by the way. This was in junior high, so it was back at a time when country was definitely not cool. I was after her all the time to teach me some chords on the guitar, and she finally was nice enough to do it. I'd saved up my pennies, and I bought a guitar at a record store. I couldn't even tell you what kind of guitar it was. All I remember is that it was red. Hey, red. And I know the first song I ever learned how to play was a Merle Haggard song. I practiced my chords and my fingers got really sore, but I finally learned how to play a song. So anyway, to get back to your question in a roundabout way, it was my friend Alice, and then it was Merle Haggard who influenced me. Of course, there's some other people like Buck, God rest his soul, and Ray Price. Wow, that really brings back memories. I'm not a big fan of the country that's on the radio now. I like Alan Jackson, and I love George Strait, and some other songs are good, but I guess my heart really is in that old traditional country. David, on the other hand, his roots are in rock music. His heroes are people like Bob Dylan, Paul McCartney, Brian Wilson, guys like that. So when we combine our styles, I think the songs come out a little bit different because we have such diverse influences. And that's cool. That's what makes Red River.
How did Stay With Me come together?
I was trying to write a song one night, and I thought I had a good idea, but nothing was working out. So I said, the heck with this. I'm going to put on some Buck Owens music, and I'm going to sit back and just relax and enjoy the music. And after a while, I kind of got inspired, so I just started strumming some chords, and I was channeling Buck, and Stay With Me was the end result. It was a one-take demo, and it really wasn't meant to be a recording, but it turned out it had a life of its own, so we just went with it. That's why the song is so short, but a lot of people seem to like it, so hey.
Where do you get your storylines from?
A lot of my songs are snapshots of my life, and then a lot of them are just from my imagination. But I like putting something of myself into almost every song I write. It's kind of hard for me to speak for my better half, but what I see is that David is more of a concept writer as opposed to me, who just writes straight storylines. I guess I would compare it to being outside in the middle of a storm. He would write about the feel of being in that moment, and I would write a background story to go with the storm.
Can you talk a little bit about your family life?
We've got 5 kids between us, and they're all off on their own adventures now. So we have our 2 toddlers, Red River Wolf, also known as Josie, and her brother Bob, and we call him Guitar Cat. They keep life interesting for us. Anybody who has a pet knows about that special connection you have with them. They're really our babies. Other than that, we have our day jobs like everybody else, but our music is what keeps things interesting.
Can we expect to see some Red River product in our local music stores sometime soon?
We're going to put out our first CD this spring. It's kind of exciting. It's something we've worked toward for a long time. We don't know if anything will come of it, but it's just something we need to do to maybe leave some kind of imprint that shows we were here and maybe we had something to offer. We don't really have stars in our eyes, but if somebody likes our stuff, that's great, and who knows? Everybody starts someplace, so here we are.
Well, Shell, we're coming to a close. Is there anything you'd like to ask Len Amsterdam from Canada?
You know, I do have a question for you, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to do that. I was wondering, is Len Amsterdam your real name, or maybe you're just on the lam from a big radio cartel?
That's a real shocking question you're asking there, Shell. Let's ask the dog. Hey, Josie, what's my real name? Well, there you go. I hope that answered your question. Len Amsterdam Show is pleased to present Red River.
I did one more thing, Len. I want to thank you on behalf of Red River for all the support and